Yeah, it's been good, and the crew's been filling right up to yesterday. We had most of the crew on board yesterday that we're going to race with, but up until then we had most of the crew, and then more and more, and then finally got almost a full outfit yesterday for what we're going to be racing, at least the next race with. And from there, it's really just getting out there. We've done a few training sessions, really only a handful, but every day we're getting better and better. The kind of morale on board is getting better and better. We're gelling as a team. We're breaking the little gremlins that we need to break to make sure we fix them, and then check all the other similar gremlins on the boat that could be going wrong. And yeah, I think it's getting more reliable in terms of the way we sail the boat, understanding the boat, making sure we don't push any limits in terms of loads and things to break things that we aren't very experienced in, because there's only a few people on the boat that have done good amounts of time on it. But as we learn that, we break less things, and yeah, we're all getting along. We didn't break anything yesterday, so that's a good start. Pretty simply, I knew Ian Murray, and Ian Murray knew the good people. And so it was really left up to him, and the only instruction from me was I want good harmony on the boat. I want it to be fun. I'd done a few Hobarts before and always enjoyed myself. It was always a good crew and bonding, and not all my sailing's been like that. So I said, it needs to feel good. I want to feel like I want to actually go to dinner and have a beer with all the boys from the boat. Yeah, really, it was around just getting the best people that we could, that we were happy to go and have a beer and dinner with, and have some jokes and laughs and enjoy whatever racing or training or sailing that we do, because life's short, and if you're not enjoying it, then what's the point? Yeah, so the next 2 years is a lot of stuff around Australia and New Zealand, basically, which is where the Andoo company is. It's a website, andoo.com.au and andoo.co.nz, and basically, we're trying to promote that brand with this campaign. And so we're doing all the usual East Coast stuff that you would expect, your Sydney Southport, your Brisbane Hamo, Hamilton 9 Race Week, lead up stuff to the Hobart obviously, both years. And then we're looking at doing some new stuff, like sailing over from Australia to New Zealand, sailing back, doing some stuff around New Zealand, and then a bunch of record-breaking stuff that we want to give a crack if we think we can get to the point in sailing where we're a chance at breaking pretty much its own records and get the wind conditions and the rest. And why not? If we've got some spare time, then we might tackle one of those, or try set some new records maybe. We'll see. Yeah, well, no one likes sailing against themselves, and I'm sure the other two boats would say the exact same thing, so I think it's a bit of the more the merrier. There's nothing like sailing with people that are, very competent and are at your level, and boats that are, very much similar in terms of, when you go through the range of breezes and you get a mix of everything. Every boat's got its day in terms of weather conditions, but most of these races see multiple weather conditions, so I think history's shown that any of these three boats can be first across the finish line, and so I'm super pumped to be able to do that. For this one, there's a few different models. It was looking good for us a while ago, but the further that time goes on, it's sort of not looking as favourable for us. But we take what we get, I think, so we'll sort of take it a bit more seriously in the coming days and start to prepare for whatever the models start to show come, tomorrow and Friday. It's like any of the 100-footers, you're competitive in the right conditions, and if we go off and it's a complete drifter, we know the others will sail away from us and we'll be waiting for some wind to come back at them, and vice versa. If we get the right angle and the right amount of pressure, we know that we'll be off and doing quite well. And if it's a good amount of pressure and lots of tacking and jibing, then I think everyone's going to be there completely close to each other. So it's just a bit of a roll of the dice at times and a bit of snakes and ladders, but all of these boats are super competitive and have their day, and I'm super glad to be able to be skippering one of the best.